Supplements, baby. Everybody is all about the supplements. If you've been lifting longer than like 5 seconds, you probably heard, read, been talking to somebody about supplements. You got your whey protein, you got your creatine, you got your pre-workout, you got your vitamin D, the list goes on and on and on. But what is the most important supplement? Do you want to know?
Yeah. Yes, tell us. More than anything in the world, Ron.
The most important supplement. It's not whey protein. Sure, it's useful. It's not creatine. Also very useful. The most important supplement is this little thing called magnesium carbonate. It's a rather unique supplement in that it comes in block form. Now, I personally use magnesium carbonate before I train. I also use it while I train. I do not, however, use it after I train. Definitely not a post-workout supplement. What is the purpose of this supplement? What's the purpose of magnesium carbonate, also known as, you guessed it, chalk? The purpose of chalk, we use it for the same reason that rock climbers, that gymnasts use it. We use it to increase friction between our hands, and what it is that we're trying to grab. And friction is real important, specifically on the pulling movements like deadlifts, snatches, cleans, you get the idea. But it's also useful, especially for something like today where it's 90 degrees out, it's humid, it's still useful on things like the squat, on your bench, on your press. If you've ever had your hands even start to slip on a heavy squat or a heavy bench press, it is a very disconcerting experience. You do not want that to happen. And the purpose of chalk is it absorbs the moistures, the oil, the natural moisture of your hands, as well as the additional sweat that comes from training. So you want to make sure that you use chalk. How do you use it? It's very simple. Apply a little bit of chalk at the beginning of your session. So go over to the chalk bucket, grab the chalk. Don't do this, by the way, on your platform. Do this in a chalk bucket so you keep everything clean. Get your hands kind of nice and chalky, rub them together. You're probably going to be good to go for your entire training session until you get to your pulling movement, let's say the deadlift for the day. At that point, you might want to chalk up again at the beginning when you're warming up. You might want to chalk up again on your last warm-up. For sure, you're going to want to chalk up when you get to your work set or work sets. If you're not using chalk, you are already making things more difficult for you than they should be, and you don't even know it yet. Your grip on your deadlift is a huge component of your ability, yes, to get the lift, but also it's a huge component of how heavy that weight feels. Those of you who have ever used a hook grip for the very first time, or a mixed grip for the very first time, or you've used straps for the very first time, you don't even realize that your grip was suffering before, and suddenly you use the hook grip, and suddenly 225 pounds, which was real challenging before, now it only feels like 185 pounds. The bar literally goes up faster. When your grip starts to go, and sometimes you don't even know that it's a grip issue, other things start to go as well. Other things start to compensate. The weight will feel heavier in the hands than it should be. Your back will start to flex. Your lockout position at the top will not be as strong. So grip is hugely important. If you don't like the feel of chalk on your hands, there are some people out there who don't like the feel of chalk on your hands. I don't care. You don't care either. Nobody likes the feel of a heavy bar on their back either, but we still squat, we still deadlift. So don't do it for the feels, do it for the friction, all right? So use chalk. You can wash your hands right afterward. So if you don't like the feel, you can deal with it that way. Hope this helps you get stronger and live better.